What is up, XRP family? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. So here we can see, guys, 52 cents. XRP is having a major breakout right here. As we can see, we are near those very events that should trigger XRP and should make XRP go in value. And I think this is just the start of it, guys. Now, we can see that it's decoupling a bit from the market. Maybe this is early stages where we can see that it's decoupling from Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all those kinds of cryptocurrencies, because we can clearly see that Ethereum and Bitcoin are moving down, but not in a very slight way, right? It's just tiny moves because we expect different things. Now, we want to be seeing how it reacts after we breach 70 cents, $1, etc. But these are very good signs for now, right? Let's dig in some news, guys. And this is actually a guy, how he's connecting the dots here with showing you that XRP will be a vehicle coin for the future. Very interesting, because this is exactly how you should do your research. You should connect the dots because these people are talking in the same direction. And once you connect that dots, you can clearly see that they want to use XRP as a world reserve currency. Market makers would be willing to hold these safer coins. They could become the vehicle currency on the marketplace. The marketplace will naturally gravitate towards those offering the most liquidity. Let's take a look.
Bank of England website reference. It says right here, 4.1 network. We are continuing to develop our policy and transition approach to moving to a messages network agnostic RTGS system in the future. Okay, well, if we come over here to a submission to the Financial Conduct Authority in the United Kingdom from Ripple Labs, it says Ripple is designed to be a neutral payments infrastructure, meaning it is currency agnostic. Interesting, right? Now, interesting enough, if we come over here, IMF PDF reference, it goes on to talk about these market makers will hold these safer coins. What are these safer coins? Again, if we come down here, it says these safer coins could become the vehicle currency on the marketplace. Let's pause right there and take a second to remember what XRP is. XRP can be used as a vehicle currency to facilitate cross-border payments between two fiat currencies that do not have a direct trading pair. This same PDF from the IMF goes on to say, related to liquidity, the marketplace and market makers will naturally gravitate to those coins offering the most liquidity. Again, what solutions does Ripple offer? Well, Ripple offers what? On-demand liquidity, a solution for cross-border payments, including XRapid and ODL, which both use the digital asset XRP as a bridge currency. Do you all see? In their documents, they're literally telling you all that they are going to potentially be using a vehicle currency on the marketplace, and that these market makers will hold these safer coins. Literally right down here, it goes on to say, 3 models arise, a private settlement asset in marketplace such as Ripple's XRP. Boom, drops mic.
So you can clearly see, guys, now I know this already because I have seen these documents, guys, and we understand that this was already there. But I just want to show you the other people, how they are connecting the dots, and which everyone should be doing instead of just watching garbage, right? This is how you should connect the dots, understand what they are going to do to position yourself very well. The task of ISO 222 is simply to adapt the message so that faster payments through CBDC, DLT, and fiat are possible. Plus, Impel uses XDC and RippleNet ODL for cross-border settlement via XRP. Again, here you can see, in order for all this to make sense, one must first understand the difference between payments, clearing in the interbank network, and settlement between banks. Now, again, we have been through this a lot of times. Settlement is different from making a payment, right? That is why Ripple XRP is very efficient, because it settles the payment. It doesn't just make the payment. So again, and here we can see the task of ISO 222 is simply to adapt the message so that faster payments and debits through stable coins, CBDCs, DLT. Guys, they are putting in front of you the very future of finance. This is how they show you how it's going to be, right? Impel uses Synfin XDC and RippleNet ODL for this, for example, which as software does nothing other than cross-border settlement via XRP, right? So there are documents for this, guys. You can see it everywhere you can see the signs. Now, let's take a look at riddlers. Now, listen, guys, I am not so much into riddlers anymore, right? I used to break down some riddles and show you, but just for fun, okay? And again, I am not putting any dates or any riddles very seriously. I am just looking for major events. That's all I'm looking for, right? The ISO 222, which I told you be ready for March. Well, you can see there is some price increase, right? It was hanging around 35 cents. We're now at 50. So there is price increase if you had just positioned yourself for these dates, and you know that anything can happen at any moment. But again, here we have timeline solved. Game over. His timeline claims that XRP will moon on August 23rd. And here we go again, right? 8/23/2023. Now, if this is true, guys, I do not know. I do not think you should take this very serious, these riddles, because every time they push the dates, right? So I am not very favorable of these riddles and all these dates and all these. It's very obvious what Ripple is doing, guys, and that's just what this is. All these riddles are just telling you what Ripple is actually doing. I do not believe that someone out there knows the exact day that XRP will go up. Let me make that very clear to you guys. There is no one, maybe insiders like Brett Garlinghouse or Joel Katz, right? Maybe these people know, but just an average guy who is like connected somehow, I don't think, guys, that someone to the public would know the exact date and would be posting riddles on Twitter, right? So let me just make that clear. We're not here for riddles. It's fun. Sometimes I show them just for fun. So please do not take them too serious, guys. Just wanted to clear that out of the way. Federal Reserve Vice Chairman Michael Barr at the Senate hearing US bank failures 100 billion was scheduled to go out the door that day. The bank did not have enough collateral to meet that, and therefore they were not able to actually meet their obligations to pay their depositors over the course of that day, and they were shut down. Now, again, guys, so I was talking about the riddlers not taking them serious. There is one account that I really take serious, and that is Mr. Pool. Mr. Pool tweets things, guys, that are pointing out events, right? And that is how everything came into place in the first place. It was just speculation. And now actually things are starting to happening. And you can see that we were aware that the banks would fail. I told you that very long time ago, that the US dollar is going to fail. That is what is needed for XRP to moon, and look at this now, right? So Mr. Pool is legit. I do follow him. He gives out major events in like way before, right? So that is really something that I do follow. But this also something that we were looking out for. These banks are failing, guys. And what do you think is going to happen? They're going to need something else to facilitate the finance world. They need a new system. Let's take a look.
The fact that the largest bank failure we've seen was WAMU back in the crisis. $16 billion left that bank over a 10-day period. In this case, $42 billion, the equivalent of 25 cents on every deposit, went out in 6 hours. I'm not sure at that point what regulatory structure could have prevented that. And at least from reports, it seems to me that, and I say this as somebody who used to be in the VC industry, some of the very VCs who banked for a long time at SVB may have started this run and demanded all of their ancillary companies all go out at once. So, Vice Chairman Barr, can you take us through with a little more detail, starting Wednesday night through Friday afternoon, how this happened, how we got here, and what you've seen so far?
Thank you very much, Senator. I'll start where you did, which is this is a textbook case of bank mismanagement. The risks the bank face, interest rate risk and liquidity risk, those are bread and butter banking issues. The firm was quite aware of those issues. They had been told by regulators. Investors were talking about problems with interest rate and liquidity risk publicly, and they didn't take the action necessary. They were quite vulnerable to risk, to shocks, and they didn't take the actions necessary to meet that. What happened on Wednesday night is they belatedly attempted to improve their liquidity position, and they did it in a way that spooked investors, that spooked depositors, that spooked the market. Nonetheless, on Thursday morning, things appeared calm, according to the bank's report to supervisors.
As you can see, guys, they're making up excuses for what is actually going on, right? So do not be fooled. They are building the new financial system. They will hide behind a crisis. They will say that it's a liquidity failure or it's this and that. They just have been printing money into oblivion. And that is the problem here, guys. They need something else. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. See you in the next one. Cheers.